2 Chronicles 24 verses 11 to 22. Whenever the chest became full, the Levites would carry it to the king's officials. Then the court's secretary and an officer of the high priest would come and empty the chest and take it back to the temple again. This went on day after day, and a large amount of money was collected. The king and Jehoiada gave the money to the construction supervisors, who hired masons and carpenters to restore the temple of the Lord. They also hired metalworkers who made articles of iron and bronze for the Lord's temple. The men in charge of the renovation worked hard and made steady progress. They restored the temple of God according to its original design and strengthened it. When all the repairs were finished, they brought the remaining money to the king and Jehoiada. It was used to make various articles for the temple of the Lord, articles for worship services and for burnt offerings, including ladders and other articles made of gold and silver, and the burnt offerings were sacrificed continually in the temple of the Lord during the lifetime of Jehoiada the priest. Jehoiada lived to a very old age, finally dying at 130. He was buried among the kings in the city of David because he had done so much good in Israel for God and his temple. Jehoiada reforms reverse. But after Jehoiada's death, the leaders of Judah came and bowed before King Joash and persuaded him to listen to their advice. They decided to abandon the temple of the Lord, the God of their ancestors, and they worship Asherah poles and idols instead. Because of this sin, divine anger fell on Judah and Jerusalem, yet the Lord sent prophets to bring them back to him. The prophets warned them, but still the people would not listen, and the Spirit of God came upon Zechariah, son of Jehoiada, the priest. He stood before the people and said, "This is what God says, why do you disobey the Lord's command and keep yourself from prospering? You have abandoned the Lord, and now he has abandoned you." Then the leaders plotted to kill Zechariah. And King Joash ordered that they stone him to death in the courtyard of the Lord's temple. That was how King Joash repaid Jehoiada for his loyalty, by killing his son. Zechariah's last words as he died were, "May the Lord see what they are doing and avenge my death." It's the word of God.